I was running late for work. My alarm didn't ring that morning. I jumped out of bed. I put on my clothes quickly. I grabbed my black bag and ran to the bus stop. The bus was very crowded. People were standing everywhere. I pushed through the crowd. I found a small space near the back. An older woman was sitting next to me. She had the same black bag as mine. She was looking out the window. She turned to me and smiled. I was thinking about work. I was worried about being late. I didn't smile back. I looked at my phone instead. The bus stopped at my station. I grabbed my bag quickly. I got off the bus fast. The doors closed behind me. The bus drove away. I walked to my office building. I was still worried about being late. I went up to the third floor. I sat at my desk. I opened my bag to get my laptop. My heart stopped. This was not my laptop. This was not my bag. Inside the bag, I saw different things. There was a small notebook. There were some pills. There was a photo of a family. At the bottom of the bag, I found a piece of paper. My hands were shaking as I opened it. The letter made my blood run cold. Today is my last day. I cannot do this anymore. Life is too hard. Nobody cares about me. I am alone. I have been alone for so long. Maybe one smile from someone would change my mind. Maybe one person showing kindness would help. But people don't see me. I am invisible. At 3 p.m. today, I will go to the old bridge on River Street. I will end my pain there. If someone, anyone, just shows me that people can be kind, maybe I would stay. But I don't think that will happen. Goodbye. I looked at the clock on my computer. It was 2:15 p.m. I had 45 minutes. I remembered the woman on the bus. She had smiled at me. I didn't smile back. This was her bag. She was the one who wrote this letter. My stomach felt sick. I had to find her. I had to help her. I ran out of my office. My boss called my name, but I didn't stop. I ran down the stairs. I didn't wait for the elevator. I ran outside. River Street was across the city. It would take 30 minutes by bus. I ran to the bus stop. I waited and waited. Where was the bus? I looked at my phone. 2:25 p.m. I had 35 minutes left. Finally, a bus came, but it was the wrong bus. I got on anyway. Maybe I could get closer. The bus moved very slowly. There was traffic everywhere. Cars were not moving. I looked out the window. We were stuck. I couldn't wait anymore. I got off the bus. I started running. I had never run so far in my life. My heart was beating very fast. I was breathing hard. People looked at me strangely. I ran through the busy streets. I ran past shops and cafes. I ran past parks and schools. My bag was hitting my back as I ran. My hair was getting messy. Sweat was running down my face. I turned the corner too fast. I crashed into a man carrying coffee. The hot coffee spilled all over my shirt. It was very hot, but I didn't stop. I kept running. The man was shouting at me, but I couldn't stop. I ran across a construction site. There was mud everywhere. My shoes got stuck in the mud. I had to pull them out. Now, my legs were dirty. My clothes were dirty, but I kept running. I looked at my phone again. 2:50 p.m. 10 minutes left. I was almost there. I could see River Street ahead of me. I ran faster than I had ever run before. My lungs were burning. My legs hurt. But I had to get there. Someone's life was in my hands. I reached the old bridge. There were people everywhere, but they were not trying to help. They were all holding their phones up. They were taking pictures and videos of the woman. They wanted to record her jumping. They were waiting for her to die. I looked around frantically. Where was she? Then I saw her. The woman from the bus. She was standing on the edge of the bridge. She was looking down at the water below. I pushed through the crowd. People were angry at me. They were trying to see. They didn't want me to block their view. "Hey!" I shouted as loud as I could. A woman looked back at me. She recognized me from the bus. Her eyes were full of sadness. I was breathing so hard I could barely speak. My clothes were dirty and wet. My hair was a mess. Then I smiled. I gave her the biggest, warmest smile I could give. Tears started running down my face. The woman stared at me. She saw my dirty clothes. She saw my messy hair. She saw that I had been running. She saw that I had come here for her. The crowd behind us was getting impatient. They wanted drama. They wanted to see something terrible. She stepped down from the edge. She was shaking. Sometimes the smallest actions have the biggest impact. Sometimes you don't need to do something big to help others. Just a little kindness, even one smile, can change somebody's life. What act of kindness have you done before, even a small one, like lending a pen? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to read more English stories and learn new words with us every day. Lesson of the day. Frantically. Frantically means to act in a very fast and uncontrolled way because of fear, worry, or urgency. Example from the story. I looked around frantically. Where was she? More examples. She searched frantically for her lost keys. He waved his hands frantically to get help. The children ran frantically when it started to rain.